mystery of purpose, the mystery of faith. What's this all about? Meaninglessness. And of those of you who have dealt with depression, as I have too, the utter pointlessness of every interaction, of everything we see, of everything we do, of everything we see other people do, of the tasks we have to do, of the chores. What's the point? What's the point of cutting grass? It's long, you made it short. What the fuck? It blows my mind, and the brain plays tricks on you. Depression is it does. In times of hardship, in times of loss, traumatic experiences. And what is this meaninglessness all about, and what can we do about it? And this will help about 10 of you. This will help about 10 of you. And for the rest, I'm sorry, it might, but this really helped me. I'm at home, totally depressed. I won't tell you the year.
Yes, sir.
My dad's there, and I'm like, oh my God, Dad. Ugh. It's just so pointless. Ugh. It's just so pointless. Everything is freaking meaninglessness. Oh my God, what the hell is the point? There's no meaning. It's pure meaninglessness. There's no meaning to anything. Seeing them in the kitchen cooking, what's the point? Seeing them sweeping the floors, mopping the floors, how do you have energy to do that? What's the point of keeping something clean if it's just gonna get dirty again? Why are we even living here? Why even talk? What's there to talk about? And my dad simply said, Scott, then let it be meaningless.
Yes, sir. Wow. Wow.
Let it be meaningless.
Yes, sir, Dad. Yes, sir.
Everyone, that just freed me. Those words freed me.
Yes, sir.
To always search for meaning. That's what we're told to do, right? Even when we're feeling terrible, this is the time to do the big search. You have to search for meaning, search for purpose, get a mission, follow it. I've said this to you all before too. You gotta get a mission, because even though when you're feeling low, you're gonna have that North Star to keep you going. There's gotta be nuance. You don't get a lot of nuance online. It's either this or it's that. That's what gets clicks, that's what gets views, that's what gets controversy and comments, therefore more views. There's nuance to this. If you're in a dark place of meaninglessness, for the time being, let it be meaningless. Does that relieve a bit of pressure?
Yes.
Does that relieve a bit of pressure? Let it be meaningless. Go about your day, find humor in it. I'm just pissing in a toilet, and it doesn't mean anything.
Hey.
I'm pissing in a toilet, and it doesn't mean anything. Pissing in a toilet, and it doesn't mean anything. Whatever. I'm doing my homework because I gotta do my homework. It's meaninglessness. But here's the thing. When you're in that
I'm glad
state,
we stopped at this video.
Unless it lasts a really long time, my friends, just like living out your questions, meaning will find you. And you will find meaning. You're gonna meet in the middle. You're gonna meet in the middle with some purpose, something to live for, something that interests you, something that excites you. But in the middle of meaninglessness, the search, there's so much pressure. There's so much guilt. There's so much shame. And why is it meaninglessness? It shouldn't be. I gotta find it. Everyone else can cut grass and find meaning in that. Everyone does this and they find meaning in that. The questions add up. Living out your questions means I'm gonna let it be meaningless for a little while. And let's just go A to B, baby. Let's just keep going. No pressure. No pressure.
All right.
Oh man, is that fun or what?
Yes, sir.
Let it be meaningless. So with that being said, free yourself from the search, free yourself from the pressure, be in this for a while, and let it be. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks for listening on the Being Human podcast. You know all of the links in the description if you want to get in touch, if you want to support the channel and all these things. And the big news is I had this just epiphany and this idea that back on
When we touch here, maybe just try this, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, oh, that feels nice, yeah? That's good. So just do that because it feels comforting, because when you were a baby, your mother held you in her arms and she touched you here and it hardwired you to produce delta waves. What I'm gonna do with you, Mabel, if it's okay, is I'm gonna do...
No one knows what they're doing. Nobody knows what they're doing. I don't care what they've told you.
Hey,
I don't
you
care
gotta
how
be
many
for
books
another
you've read.
video.
I don't care what
Right.
famous influencer, author, spiritual guru has told you that they have it all figured out. They don't. They don't. And if they say they do, what a boring life they have. And how not in touch they are with the forever changing world and forever changing self. If they're not in tune, man, look around. Nobody knows what's going on. Nobody knows. And what we like to do is, if you're a very introspective person, right, you ask yourself a lot of questions, and when we find ourselves dissatisfied with our life, sometimes we just go in, what's wrong with me? It's the things that I've done, it's the mistakes that I've made. I feel lost because of this. It's okay to look to the outside, because the outside is what we're a part of too, okay? You can't disconnect from humanity. It doesn't last too long. Try to be isolated for over a month. Try to not have a real conversation with a human being for a while. Your brain atrophies, it rots.
Right.
We are part of the collective, and it's important to know what's going on here. You know humanity, you know yourself. You know yourself, then you know humanity. And sometimes I bet you've been dissatisfied with your life, with maybe your job. And I don't mean this to say always be complacent, you don't need to change, you don't need to take action, no. But a helpful thing that I do is to add some levity to the situation. And just look around, man. No one knows what's going on.
Right.
No one knows what they're doing. Sure, they might have a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan, but let me tell you something. There's a guy out there that for the last 12 years, he's just been selling jet skis, and he knows a lot about jet skis. He knows the horsepower, he knows the demographic, he's got his cold calling script down. There's a guy who's 62 years old and he's always wanted to do steroids, and now he's finally trying some TRT. It's real. Look for an example. There's thousands of people like that. There's people that have really big families and they love it. There's people that are unable to conceive and they've tried for years and years, and unfortunately they didn't want to adopt and now they just don't have a family. There's people out there that wax their entire bodies, and there's other people out there that haven't tweezed their nose hair, that haven't tweezed their ears, and this is the way they want to live. There's people out there that work at factories. There's people out there that for 30 years they've worked at a Cineplex ripping tickets and they're happy and that's all they need. There's people out there that at age 45 they're finally going back to do their PhD or doing their master's degree. There's people out there that are real seekers and they've completely left home and went to India and are doing silent retreats for the next 5 years. There's people out there that have sold their house, and due to this minimalistic urge that they've had, they're now living in a van down by the river. A friend of mine is expecting his first daughter in December. It's going to be amazing. A friend of mine who used to be my old boss, we worked together like 10 years ago, and I met him a few years back, and I'm like, what's going on? He's like, well, you know, last time we spoke, I was engaged. I'm like, yeah. Okay, so he's like, yeah, we got married, had a couple kids. Now I'm divorced, and I met him at a bar, and he's like, now I'm at this bar, and I'm on the first date I've ever been on in like 20 years. I make YouTube videos. I help people with self-compassion, their inner critic. I do speeches at schools and at conferences and at workplaces. And
Why did I even like this video before?
Interests drive us. Our mission drives us. Shallow desires drive the immature. But if you're mature in your desires, these deep desires, these thick desires, I think there's a truth that you're automatically compelled to move towards. And that doesn't mean you don't make mistakes. It doesn't mean you don't try weird things. But it does mean that that life's going to be messy, man. And that...
Yeah. Next.
2 questions. Just 2 questions that studies have shown over a lifetime human beings have either contemplated or struggled with is number one, who am I? And number two, what am I here for?
All right.
Now today I want to give you 3 steps. Just 3 simple, easy, and practical steps that you can apply in your life that will help you answer these 2 questions. And here's why I want to do that, because I know once you have the answers to these 2 questions,
all right, there you go.
Why did Amazon send me $20,000? Because I use Amazon AI. I'm going to show you a way.
Brainitos presents 12 Genuine Signs of Intelligence. Have you ever encountered someone who really wanted everyone to think they were smart? And whether they were using big words or just flaunting their nerdy hobby, it was quite obvious that they weren't as bright as they tried to appear. While smart individuals are more likely to believe that they aren't particularly smart, less intelligent people are prone to overestimate their competence. Intelligence is indeed something that a lot of people wish they had, and many others attempt to fake. However, there are certain things in life you simply cannot fake, and genuine intelligence is one of them. In fact, there are several indicators that have been scientifically linked to higher levels of intelligence. Here are 12 of them. Number 1, insatiable curiosity. You might think that pretending to know everything is impressive and makes you look smart. However, it's the ones who admit they don't know everything who are the brightest.
Right.
It's not just because it displays humility, it's also because it shows their interest in learning new things. Truly intelligent people ask insightful questions and spend hours